Ruben, welcome back to Bilbao. It's your first European final as a manager. How does that feel for you?
Good. I'm really excited. I'm confident. The environment is different in the end of the season, so it's a good feeling.
What does it mean to you to take Manchester United to a major European final in your first season in charge?
I think to reach the final, it doesn't mean so much, but if you win it, you are in the history of this big club, maybe the biggest club in the world, and that is something that you have to be really proud to achieve something as a European title. But reach here, arrive here in this moment is not enough.
You have said before that winning the Europa League won't save Manchester United's season, but now you're here and you know what it would mean, as well as the trophy, qualification for the Champions League next season. How much more do you want it now?
Yeah, it's hard to describe. Yeah, we can say that is one more game, is one more final. It was a tough season, but when you are here and you feel the fans during the week, you go to the coffee, you go get your kids, and all the fans are saying, let's win the final. So it's different, of course. It will mean the world for us.
You were here just 3 weeks ago for the semi-finals. Does it feel different walking out here today, knowing it's the final tomorrow? Is there a different feel with the players and coming out into the stadium?
Yeah, it's different because the players are here. We are going to enjoy the night. It's a second time, so we know the stadium, so it's a different feeling. The environment is different. It's more, you feel the excitement. Everybody is here expecting a big game with two massive clubs struggling this season, so it's going to be fun.
Amazing stadium, and as you say, you experienced it just a few weeks ago in the semi-finals, but you just had a tiny pocket of Manchester United fans in the corner. Tomorrow, half of this stadium is going to be full of Manchester United. How much of a difference will that make?
It's going to, it will be so different, and I hope, because perhaps we will see Athletic Bilbao fans here. They already buy the tickets, so I hope their support also. They can't forget the semi-final and the supporters, because they are also amazing. But we expect full excitement for our fans, the usual.
Are there any benefits of playing a Premier League team in a final, albeit the results haven't been good against them this season, but they're a team that you know? Does that make a difference?
Oh, of course, in the preparation, it is easier to understand the team because you already play with them. You can use both games that we had this season to compare things, to improve things. It's easier to explain the video to our players, but in the end, it's a final. It's a different context, a different history, so it's going to be a good final.
And how do you sum up what it would mean to the Manchester United fans who you've got to know so well now, if you could lead this team to this trophy and see them all celebrating here tomorrow?
I think the feeling that we take if we win this is going to be so important for what we want to build in the club, and they deserve it. If there is some fans that deserve a title in this season, is Manchester United fans. So we'll hope to bring something for them.
Do you feel like you owe it to them?
I think so. That is a clear feeling. It's not just me. I think everybody, all the players, all the staff, we won a lot of things this season to our fans.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ruben.
Thank you.
First thoughts when you first came into the stadium as the manager of Manchester United?
Yeah, the first thing that everybody in the club was saying that I have to go alone to receive the warmth of the fans. I said no. I don't like that. I prefer to go as natural. One more in the team was incredible. I was not expecting full stadium. First game Europa League, Bodo Glimt at home. Was a special moment, but I was so focused on the game. I was really concerned about the game.
The first day you walked into the training ground as a Manchester United manager, what were the early thoughts? You coming in and what you wanted to do?
The first thing was a good week to start because it was FIFA period with national teams. I arrived there a lot of construction. The building was construction. We had to change, go to the left side, because I remember the first time that I arrived 7 years ago to make an internship here was on the right side with Cathy, was there still. The first thing is that you see the Manchester United, the letters. It's quite overwhelming the first moment, but then I saw Omar, I saw Jason, so I felt at home at the moment.
And what is the left from those early thoughts of what you were supposed to do? So you come in with your ideas, thinking, all right, I've got to do this, this, this. You've got to run your coaching and stuff. But what is there left from those early ideas now?
I think the job is still there. The job is still there. I can understand in this moment how big is the job. When I say how big, is not that I'm concerned about that, but I understand better what we need to do. I have a clear vision what we need to do. In that moment, I was like trying to understand, even the players, even the staff, how I want the staff, how I want the relation between everybody. So I think we did a lot of things. You cannot see that on the pitch, but we did a lot of things in these 6 months.
And then results, not all of them are arriving in the way that you want to. You go home, your family with you from day one?
Just they arrived 1 month later.
Okay. Imagine you go back home after a couple of bad results. Do you want to not talk about the football at that point? Or do you need to?
I don't talk when I arrive home. My wife knows me really well. My kids are not sensitive at that point because they say that the oldest one always say that in Portugal we won all the games. Here we cannot win 2 games in a row. So it's bad to listen that, but it's good in the same way. You can like. It's relative in that moment, but when I arrive home I try not to think about that, but it's impossible. But I try to be a family man and a father there, not the coach.
Right, so your body's there,
yes,
but your mind is like
that is something that I miss a little bit, because for 6 years, 7 years I'm always thinking about football. Sometimes I think that I just want to disconnect like for 1 week. It's impossible. I miss that feeling. No, don't have another concern. Just enjoy life. Sometimes I'm a little bit tired of always thinking about football. But if you ask any coach, it's the same way.
Okay, so you don't talk about it at home, but you must find somebody. It must be somebody or somebody's that you need to ring to say, okay, I'm trying this. It's not working at the moment. What would you do? Or do you think of anybody that will give you a solution?
No, it's that part. It has to be myself. Of course, I listen to my staff. I have a very strong connection with my staff. The guys that are really near. For example, 2 guys that came with me since 3rd division in Portugal. Of course, we talk about, but it has to be me. So I have to see the games. I have to understand. And I'm always thinking about the way we play, about the system. I understand the things, the weakness of that system. So I'm trying all the time to understand what went wrong in every game.
I heard it from many managers, it's the solitude of being a manager, because at the end it's you and your thoughts. You've got millions of people giving opinions, telling you what you should do, booing you or clapping you, whatever, but at the end it's just you. That's a bit scary, isn't it?
It is, but I think I always, since I'm a young kid, I like to be alone. So I never have that feeling that I'm alone here. It's only my job to fix everything. Of course, I know my role, but I like that feeling. But like I said, it has to be me. You cannot tell me what to do. It's impossible, because I have to sell the idea to the players. And to sell the idea to the players, I have to feel it. It's a Latin thing. I cannot fake it. I have to feel it. If I don't feel it, I cannot sell your idea. Mm-hmm. So that's why since day one, when I start, I was thinking if I should start as a principal, a manager, or an assistant to learn the job. But I was thinking I have to be no matter what the division, I have to be the first one. because I only want to sell my idea. I don't know how to sell any other idea.
And you just happen to be the manager of one of the biggest clubs in the world, no less. See if I get this right. When I hear you talk in the press conference, I hear somebody saying, just wait. It's not the time to judge. It will happen. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
It is, but it's not so direct, because it looks like I'm defending myself. I know that if you are here, you have to perform right away. What I'm trying to explain to people is that I know what I'm doing, but at the same time, I don't want to ask a lot of time to do that, because I'm always the guy that says high standards, and then this happen. It's really hard to cope with that, because clearly in the results we have underperforming. So I want to explain that idea to the fans, but I don't want to defend myself in every press conference.
Finally, in the context of all that work that you put it in, and the hours and the solitude and all that, you've got a cup final. Do you feel that, you must have been to other you have been to other cup finals, that the feeling is the same, that everybody's wanting it and there's happiness about it?
I think you can see the environment is completely different. Even in our context, the week of the preparation for the final, even the matches before the final with Athletic Bilbao, with Lyon, the environment of the club is completely different. You see the fans. It's a little bit like the team. We are playing Premier League, but we are playing the Europa League final, and you can see that. For me, when I say that is not the most important thing in our club, I really mean it. Because if you win Europa League in Manchester United, I'm really sorry, it's not a big thing. It's not a big thing. You can feel it here. You need to go for Premier League and for Champions League, and we are so far away that this is one step. That is my feeling, of course. Is winning a title, European title, but it's not enough, and I have that feeling all the time.
When I'm the chairman of a football club, we won a cup that is this big, and it's the happiest day of my life. So I think you feel the same if you win it.
Yeah, of course. I will be if I win in training. If I win one game, I'm really happy. But is that feeling that is not enough, especially this season. But of course, we want to win it. I will be really happy if we win it.
Good luck.
Thank you.